guys, so in today's episode we're not going to be doing more Bondo, or we're not going to be starting the Bondo and paint or anything like that. We're going to be installing a couple of new things here. Going to be installing a voltmeter to read off of our secondary battery back here. We're just going to be putting this 3-foot RCA cable and replace that long ass 17-foot one right there. Start tidying things up a little bit back here. This is the wire we're going to be using for the voltmeter for our negative to go into our battery, and then this is the positive wire going to the positive terminal. We have a little bit of extra 4-gauge wire here because we are going to be mounting that fuse block finally. If you guys are unaware, when I got this box put in, like when I actually got it in with the subs, it was like 11:30 at night, so that's why everything back here kind of looks like shit. Then we're waiting to fix a lot of it until our new bass amps come in. And then we also have another run, another little piece of 0-gauge right here. Well, it's like it's like an 8-foot piece of 0-gauge that we're just going to be putting on the positive right there and getting rid of this wire right here, so it's a little bit better off. And our battery will be back here, so we'll be able to make a little bit of a better holder for it as well, which I'm very excited about, to be honest. I fucking hate it being right there, and it looks so bad like this, but it'll look better today. So we're going to get on into it. Alright guys, so as you can see, I put a piece of heat shrink on this wire, and you see how tight it is on there. I mean, I've put heat shrink on before, but I've never been able to get it this tight, like on the terminal or the wire. A little bit of a trick for you guys, if you guys have trouble doing the same thing, use your fucking stove, because I don't have a heat gun, right? The last time I did it with a blow dryer, and I just used my kitchen stove. It took me like a minute. And look at how good that looks. So a little bit of a tip for you guys, if you guys have to put heat shrink or would like to start using heat shrink as opposed to electrical tape. I personally use a mixture of both. Heat shrink on like my bigger wires and stuff I want to look a little bit nicer. So another little update of what's going on. So we do have our power wires ran. We have one going into the amp already, and the other wire coming just back over here and then back out right over there. Really hard for me to be able to record like while trying to do this. So I got to be so far in the trunk, and I need both hands for something. Like I got to get like all the way back over there now to be able to put the power wire back in, but we'll figure it out. I think I'm gonna put my arm up in through that little hole right there, probably just lay down in the trunk, make it a little bit easier. But it's coming along. Then we'll just zip tie some wires up, make it look pretty temporarily. Alright guys, so as you can see, I took the 2 wires and I taped the ends of them together. We got our terminals, crimped on there as well as taped, just so it's insulated. We don't have to worry about anything shorting. But you always want to tape like wires like this. When you have to run 2 together, you always want to go ahead and tape them. So when we go in and throw them right through here, starting to work our way towards the front of the car, obviously we have to go down and under the fiberglass, which is why we haven't done the bottom yet, is because I knew we were going to be running some more wires. We can just go on the other side and hopefully be able to pull them and see if we can reach them, or if we got to go a little bit farther. Alright, so we do have to go a little bit farther, can't just reach them yet, but you guys get the gist of it, of what you have to do. And just my point proven right here. As you guys can see, we just got this through. Now we're gonna have to pull a whole bunch of slack through, but that's okay. We were able to get it all done. We're gonna be doing the same thing, going through all of these panels. We're stuck on something. I don't know what we're stuck on, but we're stuck. Oh, this little edge right there. Take this and throw it kind of more in there. Go back to pull in. But super simple, guys. Just a little bit of a tip to be able to help you guys out, get this kind of stuff done a little bit quicker. Instead of trying to fish those wires out twice, now you only have to do it once. Alright guys, so a little bit of an update on our project. Obviously we have the dashboard out. It's a fucking rat's nest back there, okay guys? I'm not proud of that, but we have our positive and negative wire coming through. Big mess over here for now, but right now we're just getting our switch set up for this, because I can't run it through another switch, which kind of sucks. Then it'll give constant power to something that I don't want to have constant power. Negative right there, it's going to just straight connect to the black wire. And then I have the red and yellow obviously going here, which is going to connect to the positive, the red wire going into the other end of the switch. So then when we flip the switch up, it's going to let the power come through, power the voltmeter when we don't want the voltmeter off. we just close the switch just like this, and then there's going to be no power going farther than this. And there is a 20 amp fuse in here, so nobody has to worry about shit catching on fire. I know a lot of people online get upset about stuff like that, but I just put a little bit of electrical tape around this just to make sure that nothing grounds out, and I'll be doing the same thing with the actual connections right here. Similarly, I don't know if you can kind of see it in there. Got this all blocked off with some heat resistant stuff as well. Make sure the tape doesn't come loose over time. But that's where we're at now. Just gotta get everything ran through, and the voltmeter is gonna be like right over here. Then I'll have room right here for like 2 or 3 more switches as well for some more lights that I plan to be installing somewhat soon. So I guess I'll see you guys once we just about have everything wired up. Alright, so for those of you who may have been a little bit confused, what we have going on here is we have our positive wire going to the bottom terminal on this switch, which is going to be the off side of it, so it doesn't send power through all the time. Then we have our red and yellow wire from the voltmeter going into the top part right under this piece of tape, which is going to be the on side. That'll always get a little bit of power, but it's not going to like be able to power this at all. Then we have our black connected to black for our ground / negative, because this is going to be going on the negative terminal of our battery, running all the way into the back. So I just wanted to give you guys like a little bit of an example, show you a little bit better instead of explaining it exactly how this is going to be wired up. We're going to get this we're going to get the switch in the dash, and then we're going to actually wait to put the voltmeter in the dash. If you guys can see back over here, where the hell is it? That little tiny screw right there, if it it's kind of focusing in. That little tiny screw, that's so we can adjust the voltage, so we can make sure it's an accurate reading and everything. So we're going to leave it out so we have the opportunity to do that. And I'm probably going to go around and just clean up a couple of the wires back here anyway, since I already have the dashboard off. Alright guys, so we got the voltmeter working. We have our positive obviously right there with our main power wire being the green right here. For our distribution block is this blue wire, and then this red wire is the positive for our it's the positive for the what's it called, the voltmeter, the whole point of the video. And over there we have our grounding point, which is right up there for the secondary battery, as well as the negative for the voltmeter. We're gonna come over here. I still don't have it like in the dash or anything. I literally just got everything back connected again. So all we got to do to get this to work is we got to flip that switch, and then it shows up right there. I don't know why it's showing up like all blinky like that on the screen. That's trippy. It's not like that right now, like how I'm looking at it. I really don't know why it's doing that. I promise how it's blinking in like your view, it's not doing it like that for me. So I don't know, that's really fucking weird. Maybe it's just because it's like an LED, I don't know, but it's weird. Wow. But either way, you see we're sitting at 13.1 volt right now. Car hasn't been turned on in a while, so we're gonna check it with a multimeter in just a few minutes and get it all dialed up. Alright guys, so we just got our voltmeter all like measured up and everything. I just want to show you guys how I did this really quick. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to take your negative for your voltmeter, for like your, well, what the fuck is this called? Multimeter. You're going to want to take it, go negative and positive just like this, and then you're going to get your reading. My reading in this case right now is 12.95. I'm assuming that's because this battery has been disconnected for a while. Car hasn't been running in overnight. Well, it's been, a couple hours, like 5-6 hours. Car hasn't been running. But either way, then you're going to come over here, and then that little screw that I was telling you about before, they all have them. That screw right there. All the voltmeters have them. Locate yours, and then while it's turned on, you're going to want to go like this, turn it on, check out your voltage. As you guys can see, we are at 12.9. It's doing that flicker thing again, I don't know why, but we're at 12.9 volts. So we got it measured up perfectly. Very happy with it. We're just going to go tape the back of this with some electrical tape and then get it mounted on in here just like the switches and everything. Alright guys, so I definitely hope you guys did enjoy today's install of the voltmeter. We took a little bit of a break from working on the box back there. Next step for that is Bondo and then just some paint. So that's coming along nicely. We got our voltmeter in here next. I think our next project, I don't know what our next project's going to be. Maybe we'll start on the door panels, but it is going to be a while until we can afford to get the door speakers as well as the mids and highs amp. That's going to take a while, probably a couple months, but we can get start on design and work on it. Maybe we'll see. I don't know, honestly, as of right now. I'll come up with something though, so definitely be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all of that cool shit you guys do for me here on YouTube. This is Cheetah, and I'm out. Peace, guys. I hope you enjoyed.